Okay, we're good. Hello. Hello, Major. Hi, Was. I like literally I was about to go live and then I got a phone call from the pharmacy. And they wanted to or like I moved to a Costco pharmacy cuz it's cheaper and they were trying to refill my stuff and I don't need my stuff yet. But yeah. Let me finish this. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome on in. Welcome my little chat. It is. I think I'm a little dehydrated now though. I will say. Let me get some background music up. Cause my head's a little achy. I did go back to sleep after I woke up earlier. That helped a bit. Let's do do some throwback music. Yeah, Stalin DM'd me asking if I felt better, and I said I feel about 80%, which is the amount of food in my stomach I got rid of last night. Or it's about 80%. Not great, but true. Very true. Music. It was not a fun time. I ended up sleeping at like 2:15, 2:30-ish, I want to say. Yeah. I think it was just like food I ate. Thanks for showing up. I want to show up. Don't have to thank me for that. I've been so what's the right word? Neglectful of my graphics. That's the only wording I can think of. We have Giraffe Week literally next week, and I've not made a single graphic. But you guys know, right? Haha. I'll probably be Tuesday to Friday. I was going to have something on Wednesday, but I think it got cancelled. I don't know. If not, that'll be the day in the middle. We got some goals still. Okay, what's our things? Golden Wasteland. And okay. Let's do the kite thing first. How was your weekend? Did the eggs hatch yet? Did they hatch yet? Or not yet? My typical last week super title crunch. One hatched. Yo. Oh. There will probably be another one today. Whoa. Oh my gosh, I'm getting another phone call. Hold on. Friday. Phone call over. Multiple phone calls. They're really like you're streaming now? Now I'm gonna call. Ooh, new color. You changed color. Hi, sheepy. Welcome in. I'm doing okay. I have a very, very minute headache, but I think it's just dehydration after being sick or having a food poisoning last night. Not the most fun thing in the world. How are you? I was up till like 2:30. Having a not great time. Yeah, it happens. It's pretty rare. Thankfully these days, you know. Pretty rare that I get that kind of, physically sick. I've had colds or a light flu, but not, not a tummy bug often. Hello, Cranky. Couple really cool clips of the birds hatching. Is that what you mean? Are you the one? That was a Crankosaurus Rex. Over and over again. Awaken the echo. No again. No other. Yes, self the bows. Oops. I haven't done any of this area. I should just go home. Riding home. Riding home. Oh, like, I don't know why I feel tired, but I still do feel tired. Alright, we got to admire the sapling, find the candle. Yep. New one. Another one bites dust. When it feels like my dream so far. Going back to, I don't remember. I'm trying to remember if one of the friends in my workout group, they're back now. They went on holiday. But I don't remember if they're back yet or not. I want your symphony, singing it all that I am. How do I do how do you do the thingy? Oh, sure. Oh, no, that's definitely not it. I thought that was a thing to like see. I don't know how to do it. Where you can like see everyone. Presence. How do you do that? Not that way. I don't know. want to see how many people are online. I don't know how to do it. I have no idea. Can you love me? Yeah. I got to go in my housemate's new car. They got it. They got it on Friday. Really quiet. Because it's like a hybrid car. It's super quiet, except you can kind of hear a little wind here and there. It's so quiet. And fuel efficient. Oh my god, bro. I could definitely keep learning now. Well, as long as they're okay with me driving the... I gotta be really careful. Basically, I gotta be hella careful. And then it should be fine. But it's like, they get... per gallon per mile? Per gallon per mile is like, it's like 40. Crazy. Crazy. Let's dance. Let's dance. Oh, I'm in the tree. Dance. 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 Keep going. And spin. Your hybrid hits 30. What kind of car is it that you have? Right now, their dashboard said that they had like 400 miles left. They filled it with like 11-ish. I looked at their receipt. Because I was in the car. Toyota RAV4. That's what they got. That's what they got. Is yours what year? They must have made it a little better then. There you go. Oh yeah, 2016. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's definitely newer than that. That's pretty good though for 2016, I feel like. That's pretty decent. It's weird that the hybrid port though is like you have to be going, what was it, like less than 30? You can't go above 30. No, 27. That's what it was. 27. Use the electric vehicle part. It's weird. I think the plug-in part, like the plug-in version, would be have less restrictions in terms of that, I would assume. But oof, that was gonna be like 10k more for not grand. Like for the hydrant. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Pretty good. It's their like dream car, so pretty cool. I mean, the last time I'd looked at one, any kind of like RAV4 specifically, prior to this was I was helping like another friend, and that was 2021, I think. Car looks pretty similar. I don't think they changed much. I was talking to my dad actually. Another like one of the workout crew, one of those a guy that in Maine, Him and his wife's car is kind of dying also. And they don't make anything for it, and he was also looking for one. And my dad apparently looked at one. That and the X5 is pretty reliable. Yeah. Nice. Don't worry, I'm sexy. My all electric. Okay. All electric is about 3 times. What? That's good eyes. Thankfully, they haven't, you know, done anything with the power prices too crazily, at least. Yeah, I wouldn't be. I mean, even like for myself, for example, or my housemate, you know, there's nowhere to plug that in. I think maybe like other than the 10K price difference or whatever stupid thing it was, it's just like being able to plug it in is, you know, pretty important if you have that kind of vehicle, right? And there's not even like a garage here. So, not really possible. Probably one of my brother has him and his girlfriend have electric vehicles now, which I didn't know. Didn't know that. Now I know. I caught up with some of my family on video calls over the weekend. And he had to like he's an electrician, so he installed like the charger himself. Yeah. Well, but the thing with that, it's like similar to like solar panels and stuff. It's like it's an expensive upfront cost, but it pays for itself after a while. After like, you know, as long as you're planning to keep the place or the car. Like 3 to 5 years, maybe 7. You know, it pays for itself, right? That's the whole point. Or even quicker if you have solar and like I know people who have filthy homeowners, you know, as I jokingly call them, who have solar panels and they have an electric car, so they're basically like driving for free. Purely jokes, I swear. Only cause I'm jelly that I call people filthy homeowners. Cause I wish I could be a homeowner right now. But yeah. If you have the combo, the wombo combo. Then you're set. You don't have to think about like power or gas prices. Everyone's dream is to be a filthy homeowner. Facts. No, I literally saw an ad for like a compound. It's supposed to be like a family compound. It's expensive, but like a family compound type situation. I'm like, if I ever had the money to buy this, who would I invite to live on this land? I don't like. It's just like land, but it had like 4 houses. And I was like, okay, I would live in one with like any friends I'm cool with or blah blah blah. And then I'm like, okay, another one. I would have one of my best friends, her husband, and her 2.5 kids because she's pregnant. I'd have them in another one. I'd probably invite Cranky and Prisma to another one. Like super cheap, either super cheap rent or like rent to own type situation. Just pay your bills. Like, all right, there we go. Well, that's 3. I don't know about anyone like the 4th. But those are like the people that come to mind. And then and then the other one was the friends in the couple in Maine, but I don't think they'd ever move because they got a lot of family there. Or at least the guy does, because the girl moved from England. What state was the compound that I was looking in? Like Waco? No, it was in California. It was in California. I've seen your streamer compounds in The Sims. No thanks. But yeah, I was like, interesting. Cause I'm not gonna lie, both my friend, the friend who's pregnant with her family, and also myself and Prisma we both talked about it. We've all talked about it, separately. I've talked about it with one friend, and then I've talked about it with Prisma. I'm like, we would do it. And then just have like a pool and like a big, garden in the middle that everyone can work on. Be great. Everyone has their own home. You can either be antisocial or social, Have like a weekly barbecue near the pool. It'd be great. Pool streams. What the no. You're talking to two VTubers. You're saying 2 VTubers who have not shown their face. Crazy. But yeah, no, I would do that. I totally would. Just to show. And then like you just divide up the land, So like my friend who has her 2.5 kids, as I call it right now, because she's got 2, 1 on the way. Like they could make, when their kids are old enough, make a little granny flat on their land. There you go. Now our kids are set. Or if they wanted a area just for streaming or crafting or business 3D printer cosplay combo, whatever. Just make a little studio out the back. Form an LLC. Have a true. Yeah, there you go. Now, if only I had insert however many $1 million to make that even remotely possible. Oh. No, yeah, I've heard about people doing that. They do a LLC and then they end up charging themselves rent so that all the fixings can be like tax deductible or something. I don't know how it works, but I've heard about it. I've heard about people doing that also. Yeah. With a percentage based on how much was like deposit type thing, you mean? I mean, I'd probably, yeah, I don't know. I would say I would want it to be equal, but I know that wouldn't be possible for. Like I know, for example, the friend with kids they're like multiple kids with one income, so Don't think they have any like saving stuff. I'm barely. I barely have savings. It's pretty common in the US these days though. Not have anything. What percent? I want to look up the percentage. Around 21 to 30% of Americans have no emergency savings at all, and about 29 to 40% would be unable to cover an unexpected expense of over $400 purely with cash or savings. That's the world we're living in, guys. Hello, Shaq. I play it on and off a lot. I was very addicted to it for a while. I just play more casually now. Also, hi, I used to exist. Hello. I do need to grab my laundry pretty soon. My alarm went off like 5 minutes ago. I just realized, I'm like, wait, did my alarm go off? And I looked at it. I auto turned it off. Oops. Oops. I'm coming. I'm on my way there. Open up. It's just all dry now. Add you. What's your code? What's your code? I can add you. Oh, damn it, it's getting warm. I even kept some windows and doors open this time, even though I hate it. I hate the thought of, like, people in real life hearing me talk to air. Like, you know what I mean, to a camera. It's just awkward. An awkward thought. She says when she literally talks to herself during the day. I'm like, because it's so quiet, I like fill the void sometimes, being like, oh, I need to do the dishes. I need to do this. Or just singing to myself. Which I saw a thing about, actually. They did an experiment putting people in a room with like no external sound, complete darkness, and the only person who didn't have like traumatic issues after, basically didn't go a little cray cray, was the guy who would audibly talk to himself. The people who just talk to themselves in their head are the ones who went a little cuckoo bananas. With the guy who talked to himself. Not because he had at least some external stimuli, technically. I'm gonna have to make a good idea. Okay. No rush, no rush. Let me go grab this stuff real quick, and then I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Ugh. Ran up and down those stairs, kinda. That plus is just heavy. Yeah. Heavy laundry. Not me actually like super liking the whole idea of quote unquote compound, whatever. Shared land basically. Found a reason for me. Has to be people that you like though, if it's like close. I do think if that was like a thing, because I know like some families do it, but it's called like a family compound usually. Like you would want shared spaces, so it's like if people wanna hang out with other people, you can just go there and chill. Like a central area with like a movie, like pool, a barbecue, movie area. That would be cool. All hypothetical, of course. I'm kind of like human area, pool table type situation. Big ass dining table, so anyone and everyone can fit there, or they can just use it, you know, when they have their people have their family over. Although I would ban, put in the contract, and I don't think she would fight it. One of my friends, the one with the kids, I would be like, her specifically, her dad can't go, cannot be told about where she lives. That's a whole thing. He's a bit of a duty head. It's the same with another friend. That is their mom and sibling. I don't think they would care to tell them though, TBH. This is a safe area. And then, Nyom. Pick me up. Beam me up, Scotty. Just as I take a big gulp of water, you drop me? What the heck? What the? When I was getting the laundry out of the dryer, I'm like, not that. I don't know how else to word it other than think of that. Extra headache? I don't know how to word it other than like extra more independent. Like I wish that, and I'm sure I could work on it. I'm sure I could. Oh, like work on being comfortable, like going places and doing things on my own. How much do I have left? Let me go look. Uh Like a third? So what's that, like 10? Maybe like 9 or 10 servings? It says 30. No, it says 40 on it. Like 12, 15? I don't know. Yeah. I tried to make myself have actual water over this weekend. Hello, Prisma. I was just talking about you. And Cranky. Cranky's here, so he probably heard. I was just talking about you. Co-worker of mine visits. Oh yeah, I was saying that on TikTok. I had in my like recommendations like a compound. Like, have you ever seen like Family Compound? You know how we've talked about like, you know, buying land and like having houses on the same land and farmland and stuff like that. It was like that. I was talking about in this one that I saw, it had like 4 houses on it. It's 5 acres of land and 4 houses. And I was like, if I had that and I could pick, I would say like you and Cranky, and then like another friend of mine, to help her be more stable, because it's her husband who's working, and 2.5 kids because she's pregnant again. And then, you know, myself, and then I don't know with the other one, because the only other person I could think of necessarily is like very settled where they are because their whole family's there, you know. Okay, look, you're all good, all good. If you're in, I don't know if you're in the Discord, Shock, but if you are, you can always put it in there later. Just like shove it in, like, oh, shove it in Cozy Games, or what have you. I'm still here, YouTube. Just at me or something, and I can always pop on for just a couple minutes to add you. I don't mind that one bit. VTuber Paradise. Yeah, I was like, you know, everyone has their house, so everyone has their own, you know, area that they can do whatever with. You know, you could add a studio for like people your work / VTube and stuff / cosplay / 3D printer. This is all hypothetical. Reminder. And then yeah, like my other friend could have like a playground, make a playground, or a mini schoolhouse if they really wanted to. Whatever it is. Shared pool, shared barbecue, like have a little hangout area that we all go to once a week with like a pool table or a movie theater or something, you know? Yeah, it'd be great. Have board game nights. I could have board game nights again. Freaking love board games. Yeah, it'd be great. Again, all hypothetical. But there was one, the one that I saw was like in California. Wow. I think it was a couple hours away. I don't really know. I didn't look up exactly. I think it was at least a couple hours away though. Families did that. Yeah, the family comp. There's a channel. I haven't seen it in a little moment, but they had a family of 1, and I would see like jokey videos of a guy going around to everyone's house being like, "What are you having for dinner?" "Oh, don't want that." "What are you having for dinner?" "Nope." "What are you having for dinner?" "Alright, I'm coming over." Just driving in a golf cart between them all. kind of thing. But yeah, all good. Hello, Annikis. Welcome in. Is the volume of me compared to the music, is it okay today? Or do I need to turn it down a little? Nobody's said anything so far. So. Okay. A coworker of mine visits a new country by herself every 6 months all alone. I don't know how she does it. And she only knows Portuguese and English. I don't know either. I feel like, ugh. I don't think I could do that. Maybe if I was a guy. If I was a man, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think I could. I don't think I would feel safe enough as a woman. Yeah, I'll good. Whenever you get a chance and remember, there's no rush at all. We'll put it down a little bit. All right, I'll put it down. How long ago was I in the Hidden Vault? I'm trying to think of where that was. I can picture it, but I can't picture it. The last one? The candle quake? Not long ago. I did do that one already. I've been riding. And I do the shortcut. It doesn't like to cooperate sometimes. Yeah, there we go. Shortcut time. Oh no. Yeah, yeah. Is that better? Is that better, Was? Or more? More lower? I want to read more. I started last week. The when in Rome, Kentucky. I didn't know that was about that. But I kept trying to read a couple of times on the weekend, but because I didn't sleep great one of the days, I just keep trying to. My body's like, time to go to sleep now that you're reading. Night night. So I have not gotten through much. I've not gotten through very much lately. No. I wanna do more. And then I have there's another book. So one of the books I read as a recommendation, it was okay. It was okay. It was like about emotions and emotional regulation. But what my friend was asking me about was more, there's a word for it. It's basically like where you don't know what you feel. Like your body or brain is like kind of numb-ish. And you have to figure it out. This more what they have, I think. Well, that's what I think from my other readings. Book reading, psychology stuff, so that's more what I want to find. And there's another book, but it's longer though, so I'll probably do that after. And see how that one is, because the other one was just very repetitive of like, and this is why you need emotional intelligence, and that is why you need emotional intelligence. Like, you're not describing how any of the feelings feel, which is what my assignment was. You know? is not meeting my assignment needs kind of thing. It's like, and being good at your job and getting promotions, you need emotional intelligence. And I'm like, oh, okay, but and how to calm your, like, the calming yourself stuff makes sense. I've heard all that before. But it's like, okay, but is it called, is this alexithymia? Is that what it's called? Yeah, alexithymia is kind of more specifically what I want to address, I guess. It's a trait characterized by extreme difficulty identifying, describing, and processing emotions. People with alexithymia struggle to distinguish between emotions and bodily sensations. E.g., mistaking anxiety for hunger. I've never heard that part before. And often have a highly logical, externally oriented thought process. Limited imagination. Yeah, that was more my thing. I'm like, if I don't think that it will be, you know, fulfill what has been asked of me, I'm more hesitant to recommend a book. You need emotional intelligence. I mean, it is important. You can have all the IQ, but if you don't have emotional intelligence and can't communicate with people in a way that's effective, you're kind of screwed. People will just think you're a bitch. Instead of, oh, well, that's how you do it. Taste of a poison. Well, it is important, but before you can have that, you need to know what it is you're feeling to be able to address it, you know? 10 streak, let's go! You were doing stuff in the vault. I had that issue on Firefox before. Firefox and Chrome have had that issue too. I don't know if it was my 7TV thing, as that's had issues before. It's toxic. Yeah. That one's a lot longer. So the first one I read, very repetitive, was 156 pages. This other one is gonna be 455. Which I will be recommending it to someone who doesn't really read very much. So I'm a little hesitant. But I'll read it and hopefully, you know. Maybe there's an audiobook, I don't know. I feel bad. You know? Like, hey, someone who doesn't really read. Have it. Thick ass book. I probably will get it as a physical form. Weirdly, it's cheaper in physical form, but also then I could just be like, here you go, read it. There's a few books like that. I have one on like anxiety that if I so desire, I can be like, here you go. And whether I get it back or not is fine. Hey, you got to the Discord. Let's go. A good night. Tonight's gonna be a good night. Welcome to the disc, Chuck. Tonight's gonna be a good night. Tonight's gonna be a good night. Tonight's the night. Let's live it up. I can't have mine. Let's kick. What I need to do, I need to log into my other my dual streaming stuff. I wanted to like test it out by dual streaming on like Kick or something, but I'm not logged in on Kick. I need to find my login stuff. Like I didn't want to deal with that right before stream. I want to test out the multi-streaming stuff. Because I keep saying that I want to and then I don't do anything about it. I need to change that habit. I do. Warm my fan. Turn this on. Let me down. Thank you. Oh, I'm feeling. Ooh. Tonight's gonna be a good night. I wonder if I can I put it, do I have a thing for that on here? Do I have my chat? Like, I don't think I do. I just see, so the way that I have a little app thing so I can see my chat on my main monitor over the top of the game, and all I just keep seeing is the wiggly dancing worm. I just keep staring at it. It's entrancing. And do it, and do it. I gotta think at some point of what vehicle I might want to do for myself, or for other people. I know the one that I saw, the one that I was like, this is like, would be my current dream car. I don't remember the thing, but I know it was a Lexus something. It was a 7-seater Lexus that could fit everyone and everything when people visit. It would be great. Yep. It's a mom car. Because I'm always the mom of the group. Designated driver, that's me. I don't really care to drink. Tonight's gonna be a good night. Or I should say that will be me once I have my full license. That, and you know, think of the Costco hauls. think of the Costco. I could fit in a big car like that. No, but my first car, I just want, like I said, I don't really care. Reliable, not too much fixing. Enough space to do a Costco haul if I so desire. That is literally in there. I gotta fit at least two suitcases. So if family visits, or for even friends, I can fit all that. How's life treating you these days? In fact, I had to think about that. I think that answers your question. I had to think about it. I don't know if does that answer your question or not answer your question. Like, how is life treating me? Like, okay, I don't know. Lifes. I was sick last night, so there was that. I got like food poisoning or something, I think. It's not fun. I was up at like 2 a.m. Borfing in the toilet. Not the most fun thing in the world. And it was spicy food, so that's more painful. Or spicy-ish. Delicious on the way down. I got a refund for it at least. Because it gave me food poisoning. I don't think that's really a constellation though. If I'm honest. No, it wasn't like a ghost pepper. I don't know. I don't know why it did. I was just like, I was fine until 9:30, 10, and then I started feeling, I'm like, I feel queasy, but I wasn't sure if I was just like, if it was the residue from the spicy food, because I had the spicy food at like 4 p.m. and I hadn't really had much after. I had like toast with Nutella, no, with jam on one side, and I had another piece of toast with Vegemite on it. But I'm like, I didn't really eat a lot. So that's the only thing I can think of, was that it was my last bit of takeout before I'm trying to be very cheap this month in terms of food and extras. Save a bit. Do I have any kinds of intolerances with food combinations? I don't have nuts. Well, that, if out of context with different tone, would be such a different sentence. That would be such a different sentence. No, I stay away from nuts except for hazelnuts. I'm fine with. I like Nutella. Nutella is good. Like my Nutella cones are so good, man. Oh yeah, so good. That I found at Costco. I literally have like 3 left out of a 10 pack, but it's been like less than a week. Other life things. I mean, my health is my health. I don't know what to really say about that. I have an autoimmune disease. Yay! Yay! Diagnosed as of last month. Hashimoto's disease. Yay! I don't know. I'm trying to think of like what's been happening in life that I'm like, yeah, I can share that or whatever. General stuff. I didn't do the side part. Did I? I don't think so, no. I was playing mom / caregiver of the group. Like I was taking the mom car over the weekend a little bit. because the stress of all the car stuff. That housemate had like migraines all weekend. And I had to force feed them Tylenol. Is it the kind who's like, I don't want to take pills unless I have to? And I'm like, take the damn pill, you hoe. Take the pill now. It's valid. Stress headaches are a thing. I had that more when I was younger. I used to, when I was younger, I had stress headaches every time I had math. Not because of math, because the teacher was a duty head and hated me. So my body would literally give me like headaches every time it knew that I would have to interact with her. It took me too long to realize that that was the case. Even my mom, I remember back then my mom being like, there were days where I didn't want to go to school. I didn't put two and two together. But I didn't really want to go to school, and then it was pretty rare. She didn't let me skip. But like one of the rare times she was like, okay. She was like, oh my god, your shoulders literally just dropped like 3 inches because I said you don't have to go. What's happening at school? And that was when I stopped having her as my teacher. Because it was a full visceral reaction to the thought of having to see and interact with that poopy teacher. Math teacher. At that time I was in like advanced mathematics. And she taught that, and she's the kind of teacher who only wants to teach the top 1% and make, because I don't even know why she didn't like me. I wasn't bad at anything. She just decided to not like me, and 2 weeks into the class she's like, hand on my shoulder, Lisa, I think you're struggling. You should probably not be in this class. I'm like, woman, I remember thinking, bitch. Maybe not the word bitch, but bitch, we haven't done anything yet. What are you freaking talking about? I haven't even done an exam. I haven't even had to do homework. What are you on? Pretty sure she helped me not do homework. Not help me not do homework, but like inspired me not doing homework for 2 years in mathematics. Which is not great. I only did homework with my my family friend who's a tutor. She's the only reason I passed math. I'm giving her 100% credit for that. And physics. Hated physics. Hated it. That teacher was... She was good and nice, but the hardest marker ever for physics. I got like 42, but because my entire class got so bad grades, they like bumped it up like 64, I think it was 64. The state stuff. They saw how we all did in exams and they're like, yeah, no, this is not right. We're changing this. Like, alright. Thanks. At least now I pass frickin' physics. And I wanted to do other stuff, but when you're young, you don't have a big choice. When you're young and a parent has to sign forms for you to change classes, you don't have many options. Hated physics. was another thing I didn't really study for. Honest. I studied a lot for earth and environmental science. I like that. I like tectonic plates and dirt. Rocks. I did well in that. So much so that my teacher thought I was cheating. I still find that hilarious. my earth and environmental science teacher thought that I copied off the internet. And I'm like, I didn't even research for this. Oh, I didn't even look anything up. I'm like, no. He's like, this sounds too smart. I'm like, okay, it's because I actually like this subject. The same reaction I got from my dad when I did a TAFE course, and I had to make up a thing for where I worked, and I got like some procedural thingy. And I'm like, I can be good at writing and stuff like that. And he read it. I feel like it's a compliment and a backhanded slap at the same time. Of like, he read it and he's like, "You wrote this?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Damn, this is smart." Fucking hell, man. I just remember being like, "Thanks." I don't know whether to be offended or grateful for this comment. That's something. That's something, alright. Oh my god. You know, this is what happens when I apply myself. That whole course, though, they don't give you marks, they just tell you if you pass or fail. But, like, every single teacher for that course was like, I can't give you a score, but if I did, high distinction. 90s. Like, good to know. Alright, it's because I actually want to be here. This is what happens when I want to be here. I hated school. I was bullied. I was the quiet kid. Like, I don't want to be there. Not what I wanted to do with my time. I'm usually pro teacher, but after student teacher conferences with one of them, he told us, and you don't have to take this class next quarter. What did they do? What did they do was? What did they say? Oh, that math teacher also, they'd been there so long, they had one of my sisters, in her class. That's how long she'd been there. And the same thing had happened to my sister. She went down a grade, like a class grade thing. From like the high to the regular level. And then same thing, got a tutor and went back up. I'm like, how is this lady still working here? If it's multiple kids. What the hell? She just completely insensitive to his accommodation plan. Ah. Fair enough. I had, more for English. I would usually get like a little bit extra reading time because I was a slow reader. I was in like, it was just... It's weird. I don't know if it's weird. I lack words. But it's interesting that like one of my hobbies now is reading, considering I was like a very slow reader to the point of needing extra time or like in primary remedial kind of read this. Let's teach you how to read better type things. I feel like not liking reading in school because you have to is the common thing, and then you get out and you're like, it's all right. Maybe it's okay. I think that was also the case. Like when you have to, you don't read as much as when you just want to, so you don't get better, you don't get faster. She was pregnant too, so we just thought we'll find out. Like if it's a personality trait thing or if it's a hormonal thing. Is that what you mean? I mean, depending on the time of year, at least you somewhat know that they'll have another teacher for a little while at least. In that circumstance. Oh, she'll see what but so it was like her first one. Yeah, I guess, yeah. It'd be like like wanting the best treatment for them kind of thing. And not just subpar. Yeah, I could see that. Gotta meet kids where they're at, not where. Yeah, yeah. It helped them to get there. I hope I would be a good paint. Teach them, you know, emotional regulation, and then just like, wouldn't want to be crazy strict, but I would want to be strict enough. I don't know how you differentiate that, you know, though. Like, what is too much? What is not enough? Like, it'd never be just do whatever you want whenever you want. I think that's the laissez-faire parenting style. I don't think that's good, but I also don't think like watching them like a hawk so they're studying 24/7 or whatever it is. I don't think that's good either. You don't want sneaky kids. My main thing is like, because I like psychology, that if I bring any humans into this world, that they can communicate well, handle their emotions pretty well, and then that they like have good value. They're not putting all their time into one hobby. Also, I feel like that's less than ideal. Be like, this is my one thing. Variety is the spice of life. And then yeah, self-discipline's good. I want them to have more self-discipline and less procrastination than I do. Procrastinate too much. That all depends. We are... Something I also gotta be aware or ready for is... My headset is really loud. This song's pretty loud. Is that, word. We're pretty sure... Oh, where did this? I'll just get straight to the point. My family's pretty sure that there is some autism in our genes also, so I have to be aware of that. We're pretty sure that one to two of my male siblings might have it. One more than the other. And then one of my nephews, we think maybe. So that kind of, especially the emotional regulation stuff's extra important. I'm still here, YouTube! That's usually, you know, when people are grown adults, that's not usually something you can just say straight to their face of like, you probably have this, you get distant. When they've lived an entire life of managing all of that, you know. So. Like that's 'cause there ain't no holler back girl, there ain't no holler back girl. So yeah, about that super interest in this one topic, aversion to loud sounds, having to plan out every single route before you drive and print it out, even if you have a GPS, having to think about what you're gonna say 20 times before you say it. Yeah, about all that. We think about we think might be just for a few examples. I mean, I just know it's probably not. But it makes sense. It was for that family member. It was either my parents and I, primarily my parents and I, more my parents were like either. I mean, it's both on the same spectrum. It's either it's like autism or Asperger's, which is pretty similar. But they don't do like a. It's rare for external meltdowns. It's more looks like overwhelm and then retreat for them, for him. Ooh, that's fine. Occasional yelling, not too much. That weird. How do I word? I got along with people who not a lot of people get along with. So, and that is a sibling that's like closest in age. Still not close in age. They're like 6 years different. But that's like the sibling I grew up with. So I get along with most of them. Ah, the bat girl. You know, something I learned about my Hashimoto's is that I should get angry more. I was supposed to let out angry feelings more. Healthy anger. Healthy. Apparently that can not be a cause. The guy was like, I'm not gonna say what causes it, but you know, if you're a people pleaser, you've been taught to cater for everyone and look out for everyone else's needs before your own type deal, you're a lot more likely and like put other people's needs first without putting your own first, neglecting your own needs. It's a lot more common. I'm not saying it's the cause, but it's a lot more common. In my professional opinion. I can't say a cause, however. So having, looking after yourself more, and having healthy anger is good for you if you have Hashimoto's or any other immune disease. But it's also tricky because it's like ingrained in you to have some kind of hypervigilance to other people's needs, whether it's family, friends, whatever. It feels impossible. Like legitimately, it feels impossible to not think about how other people are doing or perceiving or how life is. can be frustrating to be wired that way. But it's just how my body and a lot of people with autoimmune diseases, bodies and brains have been trained. Just know how to save a life. Being in the fight or flight mode. Most of my life. Pretty much all of my life. Even now, it's like, how do you even get out of that state? Excuse me. Thank you for the follow, Sky Child. Welcome to the Draft Fam. Hope you feel cozy and welcome here. Hope you're doing well. Alone in the bitterness. Yeah. I'll work on it. I definitely don't. I don't think I like people please as much as I used to. So I don't know if that's helping or not, but it's not really, Hashimoto's is not really a reversible thing. Don't y'all like that? I'm sorry. I make one of my, my Maudie boys yawn every time I do that, but he's not here right now. Did I make you yawn? At least you're not, same level as one of my friends, right? If I say the word yawn, she would yawn. I've bullied her only once. I bullied her once with that. Only one time. One time too many, maybe, but only one time. Thankfully I do not have that. Ding it! Yeah. All you need is for one person to know it and use and abuse it, like I did that one time. I just thought it would be funny. And then she was like, "You evil." As a family friend. That was the same one that tutored me that I was mentioning earlier. And I had context of this is, so she was a maths teacher. Is a maths teacher. And yeah, if you say the word yawn, which I learned like multiple weeks prior to this, it would make her yawn. So she was a substitute teacher at my school at that time. Way back when I was in school. And at the end of class, like I was like, I'm gonna make it easy on her. I'm gonna pretend we don't know each other. I just gonna pretend, you know? I don't want to make it awkward for her or anything like that, or feel like there's like favoritism. I didn't like, just pretended we didn't know each other, you know? Known her my whole life. And then at the end of class, I'm like, I'm gonna go fuck with her. So there was barely anyone in the classroom. I waited near the end, and then I went up to her, and I went near her head, and I was like, yawn. And then she yawned, and she went, "You're evil." And because there was no context to anyone else in my class, there was one other girl, maybe like another person in there. And she told me this later of like, this other girl was like, "No, she's not. She's so nice." Like, no context, that I just made her yawn, and that I knew her my whole life. Just She's evil. She's like, but she's so nice, miss. What do you mean? And I heard this after, it just made me crack up. Like, they had no idea. I could have been doing it the whole time, but I just wanted to play it cool, pretend I didn't know her at all. Just easier that way. But I just think that's funny because it's like I don't really, at the time I didn't really like talk to this girl either. It was just like in passing here and there because again I was like super quiet kid, super quiet kind of depressed kid. But people didn't know that last part. And then yeah, having a random person stand up for me, being like, "But she's not. She's nice. She's so sweet." It's definitely like my personality only really came out after I turned like between 20 and 22, I would say. When I realized, wait, I can be myself. I'm not stuck with anyone anymore. You're at school, you know. I'd already been bullied. Can't show your true self. Alright, that's how I felt anyway. All that trauma. But then as soon as I was out, I'm like, okay. Who am I? Who am I? Who is this person that I am? Let's find out. It took me a long time though. To figure out who I was. What I liked. See? I feel like I had very, what's it called? Like delayed, where you have like your teen experiences or brain, but like later, because you have so much responsibility in life early on. I feel like I had that. Think of the hydrate. But a lot of that nobody knew. That was a quiet kid. Quiet, compliant kid. Over there. Yeah. It's ready for the grand opening. Telling y'all all my life drama right now. At least the stuff I'm comfortable with. Not all of it. Part of it. There. And sit down. Okay. There's one thing missing. Me? Who, me? Up flyers. Okay. Alright. I can do that. In the shiny blue areas. Did I miss? I don't think I missed the anniversary, right? When's the anniversary? Let me Google. Sky Children anniversary. Tomorrow comes, I'll be on my way. July. Mid-July. Okay. No, didn't miss it. Good. But they have the event July 7th to August. Okay. It's a while away. Wow. Noted. Okay. Ooh. So pretty. Getting me through the night. It's sweet. Getting me. How many? Is that all? Is there more? Oh, one over there. I assume, Skychild, that you play. If you want to add me, let me know. Feel free to send your code through and I can add you whenever. I play this a little more casually than I used to, but I still play pretty regularly. Okay, that's off of it. Looking for some more. Maybe up more? Maybe I'll be able to see up here. Got that one, got that one. Am I supposed to do something with it? Ah. Shout to draw them near. Okay. One over here. Yeah. There we go. So they all come and look at him. Ah. Extra, extra, read all about it. Posted enough flyers. Return to the carnival guide. Is it gonna give me a teleport? Maybe? Nope. What the heck? Where's the guy? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Bro, where'd he go? Wash it off. We get to this. Can I go this through this? No. Where is he? Maybe if I leave and then I come back, he'll be in the normal spot. I don't see him. No, I do not want to do Eden. Or do I? Can I go here? Maybe if I go here. Yeah, that's okay. Sorry, boat. You're a little too slow. And I'm impatient. Alright, there we go. How big is this game? It has what? One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. Like 8 levels. If you want to call the 8th one a level. Plus like side parts too. When it was first made, it was, you know, a lot smaller. They've added stuff over time. And they have events periodically also. Are you okay with your MOBA jokes? I think you just made one. Ornar. Oh, fireworks. All I know is I won't go each lap. Whoa, I could see so many people. Last time, babe. All the people. Wonder how high up I can go. Let's do. I can go up here. Beautiful. The ghost, I was alone. Oh, yeah. Oh, whoa. This mode's for solo players. Wait, what? Not a problem, child. I already lit one. Lit light rays. I'm shining like I'm born to be. And hard we came so far now, I believe we're going up, 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 and down. Oh. So many people. All the people. Alright. It is the time, ladies and gentlemen. I do need to wrap up. Damn, you Major, you got me through a lot of my water. Like shaking the bottle. Like, damn, I went through a lot. That's good though. My headache has like died down a lot. It's not as strong. Not as strong, which is good. Which is good. Alright, I'm gonna find somebody to go to that I'm following. Lighting, one shining like a bar to be. Wonder's voice is strong and I know I believe. Let's go to a cozy co-working. Why not? But I'll see y'all tomorrow. Damn, I'm hungry. That just hit me like a truck. Whoa. A gurgle. I need to go cook my food. We're gonna start the raid. I'm so hungry. Wow. Dang. Thank you everybody for coming and hanging out. Appreciate your time. And I will see you in another stream. Probably tomorrow. So nice that's who we're born to be. I'm gonna raid. I'm gonna raid. Oh my gosh. That was a big hiccup. Another one. See y'all later. We got Giraffe Week next week. Don't forget. We got the a-thon happening. Goals. Oh, got it just in time. Just in time, Destiny. But yeah, maybe I'll finally get something done. Maybe with the co-working. Yeah, she's got another FOMO after this one, I think. Like 5 minutes left and then one more, I believe. So you can get a little something done, Was. Maybe tomorrow I'll do an extra co-working or we'll do it in Discord in the evening. We'll see. I see you later. Have a wonderful rest of your Monday. Hopefully you all don't have the Monday-itis. Bye-bye. Have a wonderful rest of your day too. Benny. Bye.